Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Fletcher Nelson. I'm a third grade teacher in Minnesota. And today I thought it'd be a good day to take you around my classroom and give you a little tour. I'll try to let you know if items were things that I bought, if the school bought, if I got them for free somehow. And I will try to link everything in the description in case there's anything you are interested in. So let's get started. I guess a quick note, since it is obviously 2020, and if you're watching this in the future, COVID, you know. So I do have some items that aren't in here this year, like I have a nugget couch, but that's fabric, so nothing with fabric could be in here this year. I was pretty lucky. A lot of my flexible seating stuff I got to keep because it can be wiped down. We were able to keep our rugs that you can see behind me, but anything that was like a fabric type chair or seating, we had to store for the year. So I normally have some different things in here, but this is what I have for this school year. So here we go. All right, so here's a quick scan when you walk in. When you first walk in here on the right hand side, I have our lunch calendar, and then also this is where they make their lunch choice. So obviously if they're not here, they'll stay up at the absent part, and then they have their hot lunch, cold lunch, with a milk, no milk, and then the bag lunch is the cold option from school. So I have that right when they walk in, and then our emergency folder and emergency plan and stuff's right there. All right, next up we have my library. I didn't want this to be right next to the door, but with the way I wanted to set up my room with the tables, this was where it made the most sense. So this is my library area, and I will go show you how I have that organized. I have two sets of these rainbow carts, one on each side. You can kind of see the lunch tickets where we do our lunch counts. I need to update some of these labels, but just like fix-it plans. We have dice, some blank ones. So yeah, just some random things that need updating because it says save, and it's, well, I guess it's some labels and then pencils. So you never know what you might find in those. For my library, I have it organized mainly by like genre or authors sometimes, and sometimes it's just by a series. So I kind of have a little cheat sheet on each side telling which box is what type of stuff or what books you might find. So for example, like these first four are all different graphic novels. Down here we have some Junie B. Jones, A to Z Mysteries, Black Lagoon, and then we have two Magic Tree Houses, and then like My Weird School, another A to Z mystery, and then those are all the graphic novel Amulet there, because that's a pretty popular series. So that is how that side's organized. These middle ones kind of change. I used to have my middle ones organized just by author's last name, but I realized that my students preferred having the bins so they could flip through, as much as you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover. You know, kids like to look at the covers rather than just read the spines of all of them. So I just changed this, I believe, this year, and the kids have liked it. I try to organize it somewhat to make sense. Like, these are all obviously Geronimo Stilton books, but like here, we have different dragon ones, like the Dragon Masters, and Owl Diary, so kind of animal books. Dogman, obviously. Like these ones are all going to be about dogs in general. So like Ellie's Story, Stick Dog, so if they want to read about dogs. I try to do like kind of like more like spooky or creepy books. We have like Notebook of Doom and some haunted books there. And yeah, some more graphic novels, Diary of a Minecraft Zombie over there. And then this side we get like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Judy Moody, Goosebumps, Stork Diaries, I Survived, Captain Underpants, Who Is series. And then these are a lot of those nonfiction, like the Who Would Win, or just some like National Geographic books type, like kind of like those smaller softcover nonfiction ones. So yeah, totally organized as you can see. Another cheat sheet for which each bin is, and I just label them. Let's see, so they have a return to me label, return to my library, and which box number they should be in. So kind of helps them keep them somewhat organized. And then with this rainbow cart, drawer cart thing over here, are different subjects for turning stuff in, some construction paper, and some other random supplies. I do have this short table down here. Normally I'd have like big pillows. I do have like those mats that somewhat helps. And we have our puzzle table. Normally I love having just kids working on this, but with COVID, obviously it's a little bit different. So we can't have a big group over there. They have to sanitize before and after, but they still have enjoyed it. They still like doing puzzles. I think this will be their fourth one they've done, but they can only have like, you know, 1 or 2 kids working on it at a time, and they have to make sure they use the hand sanitizer before and after. So it's a weird year, but I'm glad we can do this because I know some schools wouldn't be able to have this at all. So that's been allowed for some normalcy. Okay, so talking about where this stuff came from, the rainbow drawers, I actually got my first year teaching for Christmas. How exciting, right? So those are mine. All the bookshelves are the school's. The bins I bought, the green and the blue ones are from Dollar Tree. The clear ones are just from Walmart. They're just, what are those, shoe boxes? And these letters are just black cardstock. These letters were from, what's that store? Hobby Lobby, and I just painted them. So, I'm not sure where the bookshelves came from. I would assume school specialties were most of all the school stuff that they bought came from. So that is the library area. Next up in this back corner is my desk area. I don't have a big teacher desk. I had one my first year teaching, and then I got rid of it after that, and I've had no regrets. I just shoved things in drawers. It wasn't organized. I just left it a big mess. And it took up too much space. Like, I have so much more room without it, because obviously if I had my teacher desk, I would need my kidney table still, plus I'd have to have my big honking desk back there. So I'll kind of show you how I have my desk area, if you want to call it, organized. So let's go check that out. First of all, the kidney table and these gray chairs on wheels were all purchased by the school. This cart I got for free. I kind of have some cleaning supplies on there. This light I put on for indoor recess if I have a movie going if kids want a little light to still work. We have a book return, and this stuff we don't really use this year because of COVID, but this would be like our calming tools. We kind of talk about zones of regulation, so these would be some just kind of different things they can use if they're feeling in the red or yellow or blue zone and just need a quick break to help get themselves back into the green zone. All right, so let's go check this out. The fridge, obviously I paid for. That's kind of what I have my desktop standing on. So that's my fridge. These drawers I did buy myself just to help me keep organized. I didn't buy them all at once. I probably bought 1 or 2 each year, and now it just kind of has added up. And the book boxes I also got for free. So I have my office supplies, tape, sticky notes, just different forms, stuff I need to keep in these. So that helps me. I can still kind of easily grab stuff if I need it. My who knows is, yeah, you really don't know what's going to be in there, different forms and whatnot. So we have that. Then up here, this was where students were charging their Chromebooks, but we're hybrid now, so they're charging those at home. So I just have random stuff. Like this is turned into my mask one. And anyways, if we move up to here, these are all my copies. So my kids who come here on Monday, this is their work to go home on Tuesday. The pink stuff is optional stuff they can do. And these Reading A to Z books are optional stuff that they can do at home. So I have all my copies organized here for the week. That way I can just grab and go, stuff their folders, and I don't have to worry about it during the week since there's enough going on with hybrid the way that it is. One less thing for me to worry about. This area is all my reading curriculum stuff. If you have Fontes and Pinnell, I have a separate video where I went through and talked about how this is organized. But these are all of our read aloud sets. These are just kind of the teacher resource books. And then I just kind of have up here some different supplies. So I have more pencils and whiteboard markers. Those are all pipe cleaners, and yeah, and just random gifts from students and stuff on those shelves over there. My microwave, yes, we can have a microwave. If we couldn't, I wouldn't. So I have my microwave there. My wall of just former students and nice notes and stuff they have written me. And then again, I know this is a really small area for my actual computer, but I don't do most of my work on this computer anyways. We have a Chromebook, so I do my work at this table then. So this is just kind of, I get things pulled up to put on the smartboard, and that's the only time I'm really sitting there. So this works just fine for me. I don't need a lot of space. When I'm doing actual planning and stuff, I'm sitting right here. All right, let's keep on trucking. These drawers are one place, well, in the book boxes, so where students store materials since we don't have desks. The labels are kind of peeling off, and theirs are probably a mess. We need to go through and organize them, but they these pull out really nice and they come all the way out if they need to grab it. So love those. I'll link these, but yeah, the school did buy these, but they have been great. I love that they have the flat tabletop, because then I'm able to put their book boxes up here too, and then they store obviously their books, and most of them store their whiteboard and marker that we use for math quite a bit there as well too. These book boxes I did get for free, but they're from Oriental Trading, so I will link those as well. And now we'll kind of get into the rest of the room. All right, these tables and chairs, just being completely transparent, got for free from an Instagram collaboration. So I did not pay for those. I love them, but I did not pay for them. So that's been awesome. The chairs are height adjustable, so they go, one annoying thing can be is they go up pretty high, and not all my kids weigh enough to lower them, but overall, we just talked about how you don't raise the height of them. So anyways, I like those. I will try to link them, but I'm pretty sure that they have now been discontinued, but I'll try to find the similar model for those if you're interested. These drawers in the front, the school paid for. They're from, I think they were just from Walmart, but I'll link them similar. These are actually the only drawers we had last year for them to use. All the students stored their stuff between this drawer and in their book box. It was a lot easier though, because last year there wasn't COVID, so we had a lot of shared materials, where this year they kind of needed their own space. I decided to keep these ones too, because I feel like they don't take up a whole lot of room in front of the tables. It's a nice spot for their book boxes to go, so they can easily grab stuff. And now they've been keeping their Chromebook in there, since they're charging at home and bring them to school still. They just slide their Chromebook into there each day. So that's been super convenient for that. So yeah. And then I have some extra ones where I just store our stuff, but we have one set there, another set there, and then one single one down here. Just to make them flatter, because they were grooved on the top, I just took some black tape board and taped them on there so they had a flat surface for the book boxes to rest on. For the rest of these tables that you see, they were all purchased by the school, so that green one and these ones that they are on wheels were purchased by the school. We were lucky enough to get new furniture about 2 years ago when we got to pick out what we wanted. So these tables are awesome, I love them. I'll show you why. All right, let me show you how it flips. So it's just got this handle right there, so it flips up. It just makes it so you can push them off to the side if you need a lot of space. I also have used them as for a math game, flipped it this way, and they can write them on them as whiteboards, because the whiteboard markers come off with a Clorox wipe. So yeah, I really do like these tables. Very fortunate to have them. We used them a lot more for stuff like this, obviously, before COVID. These blue chairs are from the same deal with the green ones, so I did get them for free. I do love them because they're with the wobble ones. They are height adjustable, so that's nice. And they do spin, which again is just a conversation I have to have with the kids about not spinning on them. But overall, they're awesome. I love these ones. So moving on, same table. Chairs were bought by the school. Same table. Those chairs were bought by the school. These black cube shelves are where my picture books are. I wish I had space over my library to have these over there too. I just ran out of room. I did buy these cube shelves and these two sets up here on my own. 3 years ago, I was in a 30-year-old portable that had no built-in storage, and I was out there for 3 years. So my first year out there, I bought these two, and then my second year I bought these two. They're just from Walmart. I just needed somewhere to store stuff, and I just wanted them. I just wanted to get it done. I probably could have tried to have the school buy them, but at that point I get impulsive, and when I want something I just want it right away. So I did buy those on my own. They have come in really handy now because I love these ones under the smartboard. I keep different stem materials up there. As you can see, they're labeled with what is in there. Again, we can't use this stuff as much as we used to be able to because of COVID, but I do love how it helps me stay organized, because it might look like it, but I'm not an organized person normally. So these have been awesome. I also really like how these ones fit right by these tall tables. So I do have picture books in here. That way kids can slide the bins out and flip through those and find picture books that they want. I have my picture books organized by the title in alphabetical order. Not even alphabetical order, just like chunked out. But that way when I want to go pull one, we have separate picture books from our curriculum. These are just my own. But if I want to use one for a lesson, then at least I can go down here and know that these are all like the T's, or we'll probably start with the word the. I put all those together. These are, you know, probably somewhere anyway. It looks like P to S. So they're just kind of organized somewhat by author's last name, so I can try to find them, or not author's last name, title, because I don't always know the author off the top of my head. So yeah, bought those, but I like them. I obviously have more space over here to fill up. This bulletin board back here, I made these genre posters. If you're interested, they are in my TPT. Up here, these characters, those came from the Book Wrangler. He is awesome. I will link those. You can get those and download those for free from his blog. So that is that back corner. This is our wall of wisdom, so just anchor charts when we're done. learning about them. We put them up there so we can reference them when needed. Again, these tables were bought by the school. The black stools were same Instagram deal. These black stools I bought on Amazon. Keep an eye on them. I got a 4-pack for like 60 bucks, which in my mind is a good deal because my first year teaching, and I still see them there at Walmart, they have those wooden ones that are like 20 bucks each. So I got 4. So this would have been like 15 bucks each, and these are like the metal ones that like won't break, like those wood ones, the leg like fell off after a year, just from kids that kind of wobbling on them. So keep an eye, you can find good deals on those on Amazon. I'll link the ones I had, but the last time I checked, they were more expensive. I was gonna order another set for my house, but the price had gone up. So just keep an eye, and you can find good deals. This was my student teacher's desk, but she just had her last day with us last week. I should say, it wasn't like this when it was her desk, sorry. It had its legs on and it was pulled out, and she had the green chair from my desk over there as her desk area. But I decided to put the legs down because I think kids will like sitting on it and against the wall just reading, and I left that light there so they can turn that on. Or in the future, whenever we can have pillows again, I don't know, my kids tend to usually like to be able to have the option to like kneel and be at a table, but no, I think it'll be a good area for them to like sit on the table, lean back against the wall, and just read. This is the most 2020 thing ever. So yeah, table bought by the school. This was also bought by the school. They just got these for all the teachers this year because we can put our laptops on them when we have kids who need to attend school via Google Meets if they are quarantined from exposure or whatever else. So this is just so we could roll them around. It has been nice to have. It's height adjustable. It's been nice. I've used it for other things than just having kids attend school. It's kind of been a nice little kind of pull up there and use in the front of the room and whatnot. So I'll try to find the link for this as well because I do like this. All right, continuing on. Got a bunch of Kleenex up there, just some random stuff. This is our theme wall, so I haven't updated it for a while. I used to be better, but after we finished reading a book, we discussed what would be the best theme and why, and then we put the book cover underneath. This bulletin board is from Joanne Miller from her TPT store, but I will link it. In here, I will show you, this one's got a whole lot of nothing. It's kind of like, these are super narrow. So that one just isn't very full. This one has shelves, different, mainly STEM supplies and art supplies, but these are so narrow that I can't even turn these bins the other way. So just kind of extra clipboards, tin foil, popsicle sticks, random cords in this set. This side I have extra math journals, math manipulatives, some glue sticks, calculators, and then some games, and down there are some extra whiteboards. I already showed you these, but on the top, these are battery-powered disco lights that we use more for, you know, having a dance party, so not necessary, but they're fun. So I have 2 of these. I have 1 in the bathroom as well. I got these cacti from a student like 2 or 3 years ago. My student teacher gave me that one, so I can try to have plants in here and be fancy. Best pencil sharpener, and it's only like 20 bucks. I'll link it. This guy I just got a couple weeks ago. My mom wanted me to pick her up a snake plant from a greenery because they didn't have them around her. And when I went, they only had a couple left, and I've heard they're really hard to kill. So I decided, hey, I want one for my room, my classroom, and my students named it Harold. So we have Harold up here. All right, kind of the front of the room. Chromebook shortcuts across the top. I do have those in my TPT as well. Another set of drawers for student supplies. Somebody's probably gonna ask this, so I have 18 students this year, a lot lower. Kids here could opt out for full distance, so some did. Normally I'd probably say we have about 25-ish kids, but this is where I do my read alouds, more student drawers. On top of this one is where I have my document camera. I use these shelves to display my read alouds and stuff for the week. And then, let's see what else we have up here. This map, we're talking about different Native American tribes and where they lived in relation to where the United States or the states are now. I think I'm gonna just outline the United States in color and where they would have been. That way kids aren't getting confused and thinking that like the Seminoles lived in Florida, because it wasn't Florida before it was stolen from them. So anyways, I think I'm gonna update that, but that's what this is on my whiteboard. This is actually a magnetic spice rack that I bought that just kind of holds the sticks for when I call names and some whiteboard markers. And let's see, this stage, it's nice so students can reach the board, but it also does open up for storage. So I like my pocket chart and random kind of math manipulatives and games under there. All right, coming around, have my sink and paper towels, little sticky shelf for my water bottles, and then in this cupboard, have STEM supplies. We have some board games, puzzles, more board games. These drawers are empty, but eventually I want our word work lessons, they have different games and stuff, and I want to be, you know, when I'm feeling motivated, I want to print them off in like cardstock or laminate them and then keep them each year instead of remaking them every year, and I think I'll store them in there. This is an inflatable game, dartboard game that I got. That is, we use for review games. Up there's just a random mess of who knows what. But yeah, so there's that area. On the front of those doors is our best year ever, so I just print off pictures to document our year together. Up on the very top is the different read-alouds we have read through our curriculum, so we can reference those when needed for mini lessons. Over there, I have our 3rd grade family wall, especially this year with masks. We have all of our pictures that way we can see each other's faces. But I do this every year. I think kids like seeing and feel more comfortable when they see their face in a classroom. Makes it feel more like a second home from them. I do have blank wall area where I can put up some student work eventually. Just haven't done that yet. Same with the wall of wisdom area. Take out a chunk of that so I have more room for student work. It's been weird with hybrid. I feel like I'm not going to be putting stuff up until I'm comfortable with that. All right, swinging around here. This board back here is just where we kind of go, talks about what we'll be talking about this week. Oops, really hard to see there. All right, got our be the nice kid above the window that you can't see. And I think we covered everything. That is my classroom. All right, so here's my room one more time from the door. I really like this setup just because it keeps the middle of the room open. It makes my room feel much bigger than it is. Trust me, if I had desks in here, if I had my tables rearranged differently, it wouldn't look so big. My room's not massive, it's actually pretty small. It just looks big because I have tables and they're pushed up against the walls and not in the middle of the room. So, because I know somebody will probably ask, whole group instruction we do from the carpet at the smartboard then. So that's, the carpet space is there. With COVID, we just spread out more. So I have 9 kids in here at a time. So like 1, 2, 3, and then boom, and some can sit back there. We do our quick mini lesson at the carpet, which is usually 10 minutes or less, and then they move back to their spots to start working. We'll do one more pan of the room from this angle. And one more from this corner. I know I went through that pretty fast, so if I didn't cover something you were wondering about, or if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, hopefully it gave you some ideas for you if you're setting up your classroom or looking to rearrange, or if you're looking for, I don't know, if your school's going to get new furniture and you wanted some ideas on that type of stuff. So anyways, I hope this helped. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all the things, and I will see you next time. Bye.